What's up, guys? It's Jay, more than Afterkill, and I'm back here on episode 2 of You Got Questions and I Got Answers. So let's get right into it. And our first question is from Hutley Hut Gaming, and he wants to know, what is your favorite gun in Gotham City Imposters? And that depends what you mean by favorite. If you mean by the funnest gun that I have a lot of fun with, it's going to be hands down the Deep Freezer. That gun is just a blast. No pun intended. But when you see people getting frozen from across the map or midair and they fall and shatter to pieces, God, it's just amazing. And especially when you go ahead and knife them, give them a little teabag, it pisses them off so much. It's just like the best troll gun in the game. But if you're talking about my favorite try-hardened gun that I want to do well with, it's going to be either the Gatekeeper, Shredder, or Desperado, just because all three of them are extremely accurate. They do a nice bit of damage, and they have a high rate of fire, and I love high rate of fire guns in games, especially why the F2000 is one of my favorite guns of all time. The next question is from Soul Rocks Teddy, and he wants to know, are you going to get Battlefield 3 for the PS3? And the answer to that is no, not at all. I really wanted to buy Gotham City Imposters for the PS3 the other day. I turned it on and it wanted to update for like 2-3 hours. It finally did update, and then it wanted to update again. So I don't know how many updates I'm behind, and I really don't feel like sitting there for 7 hours watching my PS3 update all day. So one day I'm going to get my PS3 fully updated, and then I'll tackle all the problems that, you know, playing on the PS3 comes with me. And the next question is from La Cheese Sandwich. Goddamn, that's a funny name. Isn't it hard to get a really good game with the Deep Freezer? I try, but I fail. And the answer to that question is, it depends. It all depends. If you're playing in a party with your friends, then yeah, you're going to have a really hard time getting a good game with it because, you know, a lot of your friends are going to be doing really well. They're going to be using a lot of different weapons. But if you run by yourself in a game, it's not very hard to go over double digits with this gun, especially like people love to try to steal your kills. So when you go ahead and freeze them and then they're going to go ahead and put that last bullet into it, you're going to get the kill as long as they're not unfrozen yet, which is really awesome. So no, it's not really hard to get it. It just depends how you play and who you play with, and especially the map too. That makes a big deal. So no, I wouldn't say it's that hard to do it. I say it's just it's more of a challenge, and I like that challenge. And this next question is from High Volt 44. His first question is, have you ever thought about playing Borderlands? If you haven't played it, I highly suggest it for about $15. And actually, yes, about 7 months ago, I did want to play it because about 3 or 4 of my friends, they were having parties every night, running around, playing that game. And I can tell you, I know a lot about that game just for being in a party with them and, you know, them running over One-Eye Jack all the time. Stupid shit. But no, I haven't really thought about playing it. That type of game, it means you need to invest a lot of time into it. And I don't really have the time to sit down and put like, you know, 4 or 5 hours a day into playing Borderlands to get the full Borderlands experience. But I do want to play part 2, and I do want to get a party down for part 2. But I just, you know, a lot of people want to play it and they want to invest that time into it. So I gotta find more casual players that don't mind playing like once every 2 weeks. That's about it. But question number 2, do you listen to dubstep? If so, what's your favorite artist? And no, I don't listen to dubstep. I'm sorry. I know a lot of people hate me for this, but I think dubstep isn't even music. I just think it's somebody pushing buttons on a laptop. I understand, you know, the beats, blah blah blah. This, you know, alright, there is a little bit of skill involved, but when I think of music, I think, you know, raw talent comes from being able to actually play the instruments to make the samples that these people are pushing buttons of. So no, I don't listen to dubstep, and my favorite artist of all time would probably have to like Dio, Ozzy, or, you know, Guns N' Roses, somewhere around there, like, you know, late 70s, the mid 80s is probably where most of my musical heart lies. So maybe Slayer too. I really like Slayer, but yeah, no, I don't listen to dubstep. I listen to metal, I listen to rock, I listen to everything but thanks for the question, man. The next question is from HD Leo Best, and he wants to know, is there any subs that can play with you if they don't have a Twitter or Facebook account? And yes, I do, but I really need you to look on to Twitter to see when I'm having an open lobby. I did post an open lobby video the other day and told you to watch out for my Twitter. Was tweeting out when I was going to hold it and when the party cycled so I can get more people in there. Because when you're playing a game like Gears of War or you're playing Gotham City Imposters, I can only get like 6 people in there at a time. Well, actually 5 plus me, but I can only get a few people in there. So I like to cycle to lobbies to make sure that, you know, everybody gets a chance to play, and that's basically how I like to do it. I do play during the week. If I do play, it's usually really, really late. I know I have a few subs that I play with, and they actually really didn't believe me that I played as late as I do. And when I do play video games, it's usually like 2, 3 in the morning when there's nothing else to do. So if you're on that time and you're playing a game that you know I have, you know, shoot me a message. You never know, I might be up. But yeah, no, I really think if you follow my Twitter, if you made a Twitter account to follow, you'll really enjoy Twitter, actually, because I am highly addicted to it. This next question comes from ItalianZZZZ for the win, and he wants to know, how long do you think you're going to keep playing video games? And that's a good question, because from about 18 to 27, 28, I didn't play video games at all. I was actually, you know, getting my real life straightened out and everything. And then once everything kind of fell into place with my adult life and where I'm at, then I picked up an Xbox, played some Forza 3, some Modern Warfare 2, and it kind of snowballed from there. And I don't really play as many video games, like I said earlier in the video, as people think. I maybe play like 5-6 hours a week at the most, usually like an hour or 2 at night, 3 o'clock in the morning. That's about the time I play. So I'll play video games as long as there's nothing better to do at those times of hours. If I find something that I actually, you know, can do constructively besides playing video games, like write a book or make a movie, yeah, I'll do that. But as far as, like, you know, passing the time, video games are just the way of doing that for me, especially for YouTube too, because YouTube is a great hobby that I can just, you know, plop down, make a video, and, you know, I'm done, and then I put it up and I'll do it again tomorrow, and it only takes about an hour or 2 to do any type of video. So I think I'll just keep playing video games as long as it's not bothering anything in my daily life, man. This next question comes from One Shot Kill 775, and he wants to know, will you do any Gears of War videos? And that is highly unlikely. I did put up one Gears of War video, and it was the video where I announced my open lobby, but it didn't do too well. Like, nobody really watched it. I think it got like 100 views in like the first 3 days, and now it's at like 200 views in like a week or 2, and I was really disappointed by it because I like Gears of War, and I think it looks really good in video, and it's really entertaining to watch. But as far as, you know, doing any more, unless there's like an outstanding you know, need for it, like somebody's like, you know, begging for it, then no, maybe if I do, I'll put them up in channel updates like I used to do with Call of Duty. But as far as like being a regular series on my channel, no, maybe you'll see one or 2 videos a month of it, but I wouldn't, you know, sit here and expect a video like every other day on it. Sorry about that, man. GodHunter77 asks, what is your favorite superhero? And I can answer this off the top of my head every day of the goddamn week. It's always going to be the same answer. Spider-Man is my favorite superhero. He always will be. I've been a fan of Spider-Man since the animated series from back in the 80s. Everything about Spider-Man, I mean, he's a good guy. He gets the girl. He has a redhead. He cheats on the redhead with the blonde, comes back to the redhead, and then he gets a new suit, and then he does really well with the new suit, loses the new suit, goes back to the old suit, kicks the new suit's ass, and I mean, there's nothing Spider-Man can't do. And it's just a really cool comic, really cool series, and I think if I want to be any superhero, I would want to be Spider-Man, because, I mean, who the hell doesn't want to just, like, just, like, shoot away and kind of just, like, you know, do whatever the hell I want around the city? That would be awesome. So, yeah, Spider-Man would be my favorite superhero, man. And the next question comes from Firemouse, with a bunch of numbers in his name. But he asks, when Minecraft 360 come out, will you do the one thing I've really, really wanted for a long time since your video on TGM Minecraft? Yeah, you know where I'm going with this. The running around, hunting mobs, being a boss like Bear Grylls, like you said you would. And yes, I really wanted to do that. I want to do my hardcore Minecraft series where I stay and move and go around and I kill things. And if I die, I die. That's the end of the game and I'll start a new one. That's exactly exactly what I want to do with Xbox 360. Thanks for reminding me anyway, because I really did want to get this series going, and Minecraft 360 seems like the best place to start that out. So yeah, thanks for reminding me, dude. The next is a two-part question from Perpetual Jordan, and he wants to know, number one, which is your preferred genre in gaming? And number two, why does the panda troll your vids with the same thing, and why don't you just block him? And to answer that, I'm going to answer number two first. The panda is actually, he's a really loyal subscriber. He comes here and he does his comment things with fake and gay, but at the end of the day, after he leaves his comment and he leaves my video, I have 1 extra like and 0 dislikes. So the guy doesn't dislike my videos. He just comes there and drops a comment because he knows that I respond to him, and I understand why he would do that, because not a lot of YouTubers respond to it. I think it's actually funny. Sometimes it does get annoying, especially since he's been doing it for about over 60 videos now. I think it's probably about 80, 90 videos that he's been doing it on. But, you know, he's a loyal subscriber. He's there. Sometimes he gets first, too. So, I mean, why would I want to block somebody that actually, you know, comes by, watches my video, likes it up, and leaves a shitty comment? But whatever, I'm not going to hate on that. And your next question is, which is your preferred genre in gaming? FPS, RPG, etc., etc. And I think my favorite acronym in gaming would be FUN. Anything that's fun, man. I love first-person shooters. I love RPGs, especially Zelda. Anything to do with Zelda, I love. But I mean, anything that's fun. I play like Sonic, I play Mario, especially on my 3DS. I have a lot of cool games on that. I really want to get Kid Icarus, and I really want to find a way to, you know, record my 3DS so I can put up videos for that, but I haven't gotten around to that. But yeah, anything that's fun, man. I guess right now, first-person shooters have been dominating a lot, but that's because there's no real good RPGs that's come out that I haven't played yet, so yeah, I guess FPS and FUN would be top dog right now. And Scatapult, that name is hilarious. He writes, do you plan on trying Trials Evolution? I downloaded it yesterday. The map creator is absolutely phenomenal. People have created their own game types outside the norms, such as foosball, FPS target shooter, and a 2D space shooter. And your answer for that is, I really want to try Trials Evolution. Haven't gotten around to it yet. It looks a lot like Excitebike, which is one of my favorite games from the NES. And yeah, I do plan on playing that, so thanks for asking that, man. And the last question comes from Redham SLA, and he wants to know, how are you just going to leave those battle rifles on the ground? Oh, and for the topic of discussion, agreed. Alright, he's talking about the Halo video where I asked people to leave questions. The only reason I included this question in there, even though I answered it, is because I want people to understand is that I am a Halo noob. I am not very good at Halo, and I haven't figured out which guns I like, which guns I don't, and I don't really pay attention to the guns on the ground. I kind of just, you know, work with what I have. It's how I've always been in first-person shooters, especially in like old games like Duke Nukem where you had to run around and find the weapons just like Halo. I've always been, you know, more of a pistol and battle rifle type of guy. Well, actually I should say automatic rifle, because the battle rifles in this game are 3-round bursts. But once I get more comfortable with actually the controls and the game, then yeah, I find myself branching out and picking up some of the cooler weapons and seeing how I do it with them. But as for, you know, right now, no, I just want to get the game down and the controls down and see if I could actually do good in that. But, you know, thanks for asking, and everybody, thanks for watching. My name's Jay, more than Afterkill. Make sure you guys rate, comment, subscribe. I love answering these questions, and I'm going to see you guys later.
Secure the sensor emplacement. Located here. The sensor's gone dark. Objective aborted. We have won. Ala shore.